Hey, welcome, folks. Sorry you're joining us in progress here, but 0-0 right now. Caesar Rodney, they're the home team, but they're on St. George's Field here in Middletown as weather has caused a lot of problems here in Delaware. But the St. George's Hawks, they're driving. They're inside the 10. They're in the red zone. And I'm here with Nick Halliday. A little bit of upstate, downstate collaboration today, Nick.
I like it. You know that.
Yeah, we are in the suburbs of Middletown, so to speak, at St. George's High School. Again, Caesar Rodney is the home team, but the game is being played at St. George's due to the weather this week. Just that pesky Delaware fall weather. It is hurricane season and a foot of rain in Sussex County, Nick.
I know. I was telling guys at work, I'm like, I can't believe that they're shutting schools down and they're canceling all the practices and after game stuff. And then I looked at it and
couldn't move.
They knew something we didn't.
Yes, absolutely. So here we go with 4:42 left here in the first quarter, 0-0, and the St. George's Hawks, they're threatening. And Nick, this is a time-consuming long drive by the Hawks. They took over at their own 48, and this is just J.D. Moss football. 2 tight ends and run between the tackles, and St. George's does it well. We're going to get a CR timeout, so it gives us a chance to catch up a little bit. The first series, 1 first down for the Hawks. CR shuts them down. They had to be feeling good. They're 0-3 this year. Maybe the toughest schedule in Division I in the state. They had to play Middletown. They had to play Slazan and Glen Mills out of Pennsylvania. St. George's, I think a lot of people had them written off, Nick.
They did. And the people they lost.
And then they, they're replacing all their skill guys are gone. But they went up and I talked to J.D. Moss. Coulda, woulda beat. They lose in the close game.
They will. And again, they did lose Ortiz, and then they lost the other running back that went to St. Francis. I'm trying to think of his name.
Bidwell. Brightwell, yeah.
Brightwell. They ended up losing Brightwell too. So, but they came back. They had their starting quarterback.
And their big 2A lineman Woodruff, who's now at the University of Delaware, redshirting this year.
Correct. And then Logan Gilbert, their fullback last year, and linebacker, who was a big part of this team for a few years too. So
here we go. We're 2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line. Caesar Rodney jumped off sides on a 2nd and 6, and it's kind of. I think turnovers and penalties is really hurting the Riders this year. They're very young. Coach Dan Candeloro trying to get this program going in the right direction. There's a toss out to number 5. That's Brian Benson. He cuts it in. Touchdown, 4-yard run for Brian Benson. And the Hawks score first. 4:28 left here in the first quarter, and the Hawks are up. Brian Benson with a 4-yard run. He's been the go-to guy so far in this first quarter for the Hawks.
Yeah, and I think he is their go-to now. Like you said, with the loss of Brightwell and Ortiz, he's been doing most of their running. And, impressively enough, he's only a sophomore. Talking to some of the coaches today and some of the players to find out how young this team actually is. And I'm sitting here looking at the roster, and I'm only seeing maybe 3 or 4 seniors in their key positions anyway, speed positions.
And that's number 41. Jared Manlove, he's wide left on the extra point. So our score at the end, with 4:28 left to play here in the first quarter, the St. George's Hawks 6, and the Caesar Rodney Riders 0. And the Riders, we talked about their schedule a little bit, and it's traditionally under Coach Schoenwolf, under Coach Kovaleski, under Coach Leonard, they were a wing T team. They were the University of Delaware. They were the Tubby Raymond Blue Hens, and it didn't really work out with the people that Candeloro has, and he's gone to a little more of a spread-like offense to produce points, but they've only scored 1 touchdown all season.
And I think you have to. You have to adapt to today's game, I think, and the wing T work. But I was talking to a couple of guys last week at the other game. The speed of these kids nowadays,
right.
They can get to that outside run, and even if you do have bigger linemen, it's still hard to get through those holes and around the ends to do it. So everybody's going to that spread offense, and yes, CR's definitely struggling, but like you said, they're young too. So.
Talked to Coach Candeloro last Saturday. They were out there practicing, going over some film, and he said next year they're just not going to have the toughest schedule in the state anymore. It's just, he has to change. He has to realize this group is growing and playing the Middletowns and the Sallies where it needs to be. And he takes it side, breaks the tackle, goes down about the zone field position for the Riders so far.
Well, we'll see what they can do with it here. See if they can get something started. They did have a tough schedule. I did happen to see
every year. It's like that.
I did happen to see them play. Or they played Middletown the first game, and then Sally's. Yeah, that's definitely not a good way to open up.
And not when you're rebuilding. And it used to be CR Reloaded. Yeah, they're young. They're rebuilding right now. So here come the Riders, 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line, and penalties stopped their last drive. They moved the ball a little bit, and some miscommunications, a fumble and a penalty, and next thing you know, they're punting. So win to their backs, 421. Wagenhofer under center. So already getting away from that spread look. Wagenhofer pumps, fakes, runs out to the left, and he has nowhere to go. And it looks like he's probably going to lose a yard or get to 0.
Yeah, it looks like he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage on that, but he had a guy open in the flat and just chose not to dump it off to him.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for Caesar Rodney. And it's just kind of funny here, Nick, you go up, and I took a picture of him and put it on Twitter to see the Riders in their home blue warming up on the St. George's SG. Same thing happened last night down in Lewis. The Polytech Panthers were the home team at Cape Henlopen, where the Cape Henlopen Vikings took a 37-0 victory in their first Henlopen North game of the season. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Wagenhofer back under center. Whitted in the backfield. There's motion going away from the screen. That's a handoff to number 10, Isaiah Washington. And it looks like he's going to turn up and gain about 4 to 5 yards. It's going to be a 5-yard gain for Washington.
That was a good run. Had some nice blockers out around the corner there, get him around the edge.
A little bit of a jet sweep there, and so that's going to bring up a 3rd and call it. They're going to give him 6 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Mm-hmm. And I think right now heading into the Henlopen North schedule, Caesar Rodney just needs something positive to happen in this game.
Yeah, and like you said, they've had a tough schedule, and St. George's is no pushover.
No, they went up and they laid it on the defending state champs in Division II, Howard, who handed it to them in the finals last year. So
yeah.
Here we go, 3rd and 4 for the Riders, and Wagenhofer's going to take a timeout. So here we go with 2:55 left. We're going to burn a quick timeout. I believe St. George's may have. Caesar Rodney burned one earlier in the first quarter. That's their 2nd time out already in this game. Last night, Nick, I went down and in the rain and checked out the Milford Buccaneers as they hosted the Conrad Redskins, and just the Redskins were just no match for the Buccaneers. David Bowman scored early and scored often, and they believe although Milford went into that game, they had not been scored upon this season until last night. And the Conrad hit them for 2 touchdowns, one late, one in the first half. So looking down the road, they've got some tough games coming up. Next week they start their Henlopen South run, and it's just a straight stretch from there. And along that way is going to be a tough Laurel team who laid it on a Sussex Tech team that everybody had highly regarded, and they beat St. Elizabeth's, which everybody saw as a huge upset.
Yeah, St. E's got a couple of good kids in this year. We talked about the big linemen they got in this year, and then Cropper, of course, when he's on. But
Wagenhofer 3-step drop, and at the toes of Washington, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And then down week 8, we're going to have it. Week 8, 302 Sports is going to be there. Milford Buccaneers and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders, and the Woodbridge Blue Raiders are everybody's pick in Division II, but don't tell Coach Manlove that. He doesn't want to hear it. I talked to Coach Mall. I came up here earlier in the week, and he said he's just glad somebody else is carrying the bullseye. That bullseye has not worked for him so far this season, or the past couple of years. So here we go. Back to punt, number 35, Josh Windsor. Check that's 25. Joe Delgado.
Looks like it.
And that's Damani Wells takes it and goes down about the 14-yard line. Damani Wells, I believe, is a St. George's wrestler. I believe he's a lightweight, like 120, 113 last year.
He looks pretty small, but
just a sophomore.
When I see like that, he wants everybody to clear out, and then all of a sudden, next thing I know, you grab the ball, man. I always think of bad things when I see that. So
we were watching.
Let's get out of the way.
We were watching Milford DMA, which was another shocker. I had Milford winning. I didn't have Milford winning 24-0.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
But one of the Milford returners picked the ball up between the feet of the DMA guy and took off running with it. Yeah, between the DMA guy's feet, and we were like. But see, DMA had already touched the ball, so but still, one thing to pick it up after touch, but between his feet, he got about 5 yards out of it. So here we go. Under center is Robert Shorts, the junior, his first year at quarterback. He's 1st and 10 from his own 15-yard line, and he's dropping back, 5-step drop. He's got a man open. That's number 27. Jordan Cheaton, and he's taken down by number 7, Julian Trammell. And that's a gain of, wow, my math's not that good.
I'm going to say about 65, 70 yards. And that was a great pass. He put that right over the shoulder. And again,
52 yards.
Another sophomore for St. George's. So, hey, they might be built for the future here.
There you go, 52 yards on the reception. And they're 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. And that's number 1, Craig Congo.
Oh, he's still on his feet.
Back.
Oh.
He's inside the 20, so they're back in the red zone at the 19-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a first down. Congo, if I remember correctly, Nick, I'm originally an upstate guy. Went to school, middle school up here, and Congo was a big Glasgow name back in the 80s. So I wonder if there's some relationship to that Congo family. So here we go, 1st and 10.
Probably. They all stay up here, you know.
Yeah, they don't go downstate like I did. So here we go. On the carry, we'll get you a number in a second. So we have brings it to a pile of riders. We're going to have no gain on the play. And that is number 9. That's Jalen Smith, and he's got about 25 yards on the day so far, so going to give a gain of a yard. We're going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like Maul. Shorts back under center here.
Shorts under center, and we have a slot action from St. George's. Motion going to the side, and that's number 9.
Number 9, there he is again.
Jalen Smith, and he's going to be inside the 10, close to a first down. Looks they're going to mark him at the 11, so that's going to be a gain of about 8. And he's a big running back. Jalen Smith, 5'10", 195, and he looks like one of those throwback Big Ten fullbacks back when in the day. Here we go, handoff to number 1. That's Cheatham,
back
on Congo. Cuts outside, and it's going to go down at about what's called the 7-yard line.
It's going to be a first.
Pick up a 4, and that's their 7th first down of the game.
That's right.
So here we go. First
goal.
Oh, we have a we have a penalty. Block in the back. Mark it off. And it's going to put back to about the... He's still walking, Nick.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, they had a positive 2 on it. It looked like they went from there, but it looks like they're back to the original line of scrimmage now.
Yep, so let's bring up a 3rd and 10. So going from a first down to a 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Take off the 4 yards for Cheatham. So here we go. Shotgun formation here for the for St. George's, and throwing the ball a little more than they did last year. Pass out to DeMounty Wells, and he drops it. It's incomplete. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And with 50.8 seconds to go, they're into the win. So we've already missed an extra point. So I don't think we're going to see a field goal here. Here we go, 4th and 10 for the Hawks. They're up 6-0, 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Fakes it, handoff, drops back over the middle.
Caught.
To number 27, that's Cheatham again. And he's got enough for the first down. It's an 11-yard pickup. So this is not a team that we saw throw the ball much last year. Matter of fact, it hurt them when they fell behind in the state championship game.
Correct, yeah. And, I talked to Coach Small in the offseason, and he said he was going to get into that a little bit more considering he lost his 2 top running backs this year. And Shorts has the ability to throw. And they usually do like their tight ends, so...
they're double tight here.
Yeah, they're back into the regular running.
Man, wishbone formation for the Hawks. And Caesar Rodney jumps off again. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. Now, being a Newcastle County guy, there was a guy up in Newcastle County many, many years ago, Slasiana, by the name of George Glenn, that double tight end.
Yep.
A big play for him was an option.
Yeah.
J.D. Ball came out of the George Glenn program at Cape and Lopin when George Glenn went down. George Glenn now at Coastal Carolina as the director of football operations. That's number 5 off the right side, Brian Benson, and he's in for a 4-yard touchdown. Brian Benson, 2nd TD of the game. And on comes the kicker, number 41, Jared Manlove. So 15.3 seconds.
The last one.
Yeah, he was just a little wide right. Here we go. He needs a snap, a hold, and a kick for St. George's. Number 16, Cole turn. Too deep, number 14 for the Riders, Tyrone Suarez, and number 12, Saquon Daniels.
That wind's really whipping.
I was up here last year for the playoffs, and when I look over the visitor sides, it looks like a golf course.
It does. Agreed.
But the woods,
something on that side to block the window. I'll tell you that.
Yes, they do. You got some trees, but they're far away, and the wind is really picking up here.
Yeah, and the visitor stands are. Might as well.
Yeah, there's no. Matter of fact, we have a bunch of CR people sitting in front of us here tonight.
Yeah, which is good. It's not that crowded. I think everybody's a little worried about the weather still. So there's our kickoff.
That's number 12, Saquon Daniels. Daniels has an opening. He's up the middle of the field. One guy to beat.
And he goes around to get a block.
He's going down the right side.
He's gone.
And the Riders are on the board with 4 seconds to go. And that's going to be a 64-yard kick return for Daniels. So the Riders strike quick. You know what they say? Whenever you say the ensuing kickoff, somebody has scored. So I'm sorry, that's going to be a 65 kick return for Daniels.
Yeah, what a run. He had great blockers too, and then he had the intuitiveness there to cut around and get behind that blocker. And,
great vision out there. And
no St. George's players were going to catch him anyway.
On the kick, number 25, Joe Delgado, and his hold down is blocked. It looked like blocked by number 24, Nasir Wayman. So 3 seconds to go, and we have fireworks in the last 15 seconds.
Yeah, definitely a different start from where we started.
So, I said that the Riders, they just need something positive, and maybe that's it. I don't know if they beat St. George's today.
No, but they can have something to build off of.
That's right.
That's what they need, like you said. They're going to need that going forward.
I've had the pleasure of watching a couple of Woodbridge games so far this year, Nick. And
I have not, and I'm excited.
I have. We're going to get them on camera, folks. We've had some issues with when you try to run a MiFi out of Greenwood, it's tough, and we found out. And we apologize for the games we haven't got on.
Yeah.
But Joe Delgado.
But it's a good start, like we said. The first couple of series, you guys weren't able to get on, but now you're on. Was a little slow, and now it's definitely changed, and got a lot more action, which I like to see.
Oh yeah, I want scoring, and a little bit movement on the pull, but no again. Call. That's number 9 again, Jalen Smith. He's going to pick up about. We're going to call it 4 on the play. And just kind of going a little 2-back here with Brian Benson and Jalen Smith, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter, and we're going to step away from the mics a minute, folks. Our score after 1, St. George's 12, Cesar Rodney 6.
Although we did get the offer game on because I messed up the percent. Well, I didn't mess up the percent.
Welcome back, folks. St. George's High School, as I call it, the suburbs of Middletown. What is this, like a community, St. George's, or it's not really Middletown, it's not really Townsend? Where are we?
Yeah, it's right before. It's actually Appoquinimink School District,
Right.
which Middletown is as well. But, you know, if you ask them each other, they're not the same.
Yeah, I hear you. We get a little bit of that down south.
Exactly.
So here we go, second and 7. Or second and 6 at the 5-yard line. Motion away. And that's whose handoff goes to. It's number 5, Brian Benson. He's pushing ahead. He's got the first down.
Yeah, it was a pretty good push there from their line to get that first down for them.
8 first downs for the St. George's Hawks, and that's just how they play. It's how they've played the past couple of years. They just line up and they run the ball at you. They chew up clock. Ball placed at about the 14-yard line. And the Riders
stuff that.
That's 5 again. Brian Benson, and they stuff it and look about no gain on the play. And I saw a little quarterback for the first time tonight has rolled out, so we might be seeing a little bootleg action here before this is over with.
That was a great tackle there by Suarez too. He's playing both ways. Yeah, as I'm looking at this roster for both teams, man, there's a lot of
young kids,
underclassmen on both of these teams.
Second and 9. Motion coming to the near side. Toss, and we have a flag on the play. Most likely,
false start.
Whistle dead, going to be a false start, and that's what it is. So both teams racking up the penalties here. That's about 25 yards for St. George's so far, and they've been getting theirs. They're taking themselves from second and manageable to third manageable to third and long and second and long.
Right, yeah. They ended up getting it last time we were down here, but you don't want to keep doing that all game.
No. Here we go. That's going to bring up a second, and let's call it 14 for the Hawks. Motion coming to the near side. Same play. Toss to number 1, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. Initially hit by 47. Pat Tack. He is the son of assistant coach.
Hey.
Used to be the former head coach at Milford, so he is now, and we have a flag on the play.
My guess is it will
Looks
probably
like it's going to be on the referee with the ball is looking at the CR huddle, so it looks like he's going to walk in that direction, but he's talking to the CR captain.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's asking them if they want to decline it or not.
I would hear it's a loss of 5. If it's a motion, it's going to be 5 anyway, so you get to loss it down.
Yeah, they're going to lose 5. Yeah, they're going to take the penalty.
Yeah, he declined it, Coach Dan Candeloro.
Oh, yeah, okay, so the line of scrimmage, so the tackle was more than what the penalty
and you lose the down, so it's going to be...
Yeah, that's a great... Yeah, 3rd and 14 is what they got to hear up on the board.
But that's about to change, folks, because that looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 16 now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks a little longer.
So 3rd and 16, and we have a big shift here. And quarterback goes under center. Motion coming back to the near side.
Fakes the
and
pitch.
fakes the toss. Steps back, rolls out, and looking for a man at midfield, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by the Riders. They had everybody covered on that play. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 16 for the Hawks. And Dan Candeloro, interesting twist to this game. Not only is the Henlopen Conference team home on a Blue Hen Conference field, but J.D. Mall, a Henlopen Conference player at Cape Henlopen, and Dan Candeloro from Dickinson. So kind of a little bit of a switcheroo here today. And on the punt, number 54.
That's a big punt.
Isaiah Gatlin, 6'1", 240.
Man.
And he's got the wind to his back, so he's going to get a boot into this one.
And he does.
High end over end.
He's kicking. Now to the 50, the 40, drops it.
Picks it up.
Suarez picks it up.
And going to get about 5 on the play for Suarez. So almost disaster. And he gets about 5 on. You know, a lot of times, Nick, not a lot of times, sometimes that muff, if you can pick it up, it can cause the defense to take a step off and get a big gain. So I don't recommend kids go out and attempt to muff the ball. But
that's not what we're saying.
Yeah, that's not what we're trying to tell you here. 1st and 10 for the Riders in a great field position at the St. George's 32, 12-6 with 10:10 to play here in the first half. And unfortunately, the CR band didn't make the trip that J.D. Maul wanted to play Monday night. He said he likes the band. He likes to handle up with the down south atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, everybody does.
Pistol formation here for the Riders. Wagenoff takes the snap. Little slam, or little
wide receiver screen.
Little screen there. And that's the number 8. Kyrie. I would say Bowie, but...
Yeah. Yep, Bowie. We got the official from the announcers
outstanding. Gain of 4 on the play. So Wagenhofer completes his first pass. He's 1 for 3 on the day for 4 yards. And it looks like they sent a couple guys out there, and not so much of a screen as they ran off the corner, and which left him wide open, and they get the short gain. 2nd and 6 here for the Riders. That's number 46. Nice. He's with it.
The ball out. Yeah, it looked like the ball
he got it back,
there.
and I believe that's going to be the Riders' first down on the day. As Whitehead
looks like
we have a
somebody's
player down. So Whitehead gets his first down of the game. We have a player down, but it looks like he's sitting up. It looks like number 17, Peyton Landover, 6'3", 165, junior. And we're going to be 1st and 10 at the 19. That's Whitted. I'm not sure if that's Whitted or Whitted.
Yeah, I think it's Whitted.
Whitted.
I agree.
The H is throwing me off there. So, and he gets up under his own power. Lavender gets up under his own power. And
look at CR is right back on the ball. They're
ready to go.
They got a little bit of
smelling. They're in this game. They've scored their 2nd touchdown of the year. Now they're going a little bit kind of like a power pistol, a little bit of a strong formation. Hand off again to Whitted, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 on the play.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the pistol offense. I like that.
Right.
I used to remember when Nevada was running it with.
They were one of the first team to run it.
Even though I don't,
I hear
get
you.
away from that subject.
Yeah.
I like the pistol formation. I really do. It's got a couple of nice options out of it. You can throw quick hitches, and like you said, they're not doing that wing T anymore. They're changing it up and going to this new.
Sometimes you'll see. I've never talked to Candelora about it, but CR at times looks like they're running some wing T out of a pistol. The same movement. They pull the guards. A lot of when they're going to have to burn their last time out here with 8:38, they just can't get the guys on the field. But they're in this one, and
they are
12-6, 8:38 to play. But back to their offense, it looks like a little bit of spread wing T. I don't know what you call it. And he said it was going to be a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new when they went to this.
I guess we'll go with the word that everybody's pretty much saying. It's a hybrid.
Hybrid offense. A couple weeks ago, I referred to what we just saw there. I was calling it the power pistol. Sean Brennan, my normal broadcast partner, was correcting me, and I'm still going to call it the power pistol. I'm the play-by-play guy. I can call it what I want.
I like the name.
Yeah, power pistol.
I'm all right with it. Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google it and see if anybody
else is taking
it. Yeah.
It'll be patenting it for you. You could sell it to one of the NFL teams there.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But NFL, the fullback is a dying breed in the NFL, so. Here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Caesar Rodney Riders. They are on the 16-yard line of St. George's. They are threatening here early in the 2nd quarter. Wagenhofer under center. We're slot to the near side. And that's number 10, Washington. Isaiah Washington scores. The Riders have tied this game. Now they're going to call him down. I'm about 3 inches short. They're going to call him down. No touchdown. So it's going to be 1st and goal.
It can't be much at all there.
From the inch line. 15 on the carry. And that's just Riders' just first down of the game. 1st and goal for Caesar Rodney. I think we're going to see Mr. Whitted again.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's the big back. And up, quarterback sneak. Wagenhofer scores. So the Riders tied up. So that is already they have doubled their offensive output on the season with their 2nd touchdown of the game. Jared Wagenhofer with the 1-yard run with 8:07 here to play. And the Riders are going for 2.
Yeah, and no one's had any success right now with
the
points.
kicking game's just not there.
And you're tied up, so why not go for the 2? What's the worst case?
That's going to be number 12. He is not going to make it. He stood up at the line, Zach Warren. So with 8:07 to play here in the first half, Cesar Rodney 12, St. George's 12. And when I was talking to Maul this week, he said he was really hoping that CR would continue to play this game, but it's just not to CR's benefit right now to play this game.
Not at all. But I mean, look at what's happening though. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now they got a little bit of momentum. Even though I know you're not at home when you won it on a Friday night.
Exactly.
You know, down there.
The band playing.
Yeah, correct. It's still for them. They keep this momentum going. You know, it's worth it.
Absolutely. St. George's 12, CR 12. I was of course my son is a Cesar Rodney alum. His freshman year, I was up at the game, and the Riders came out, and I believe it was the Smyrna of old. Trust me. They scored 3 times in like no time. I thought the band was going to have to call a timeout from playing the fight song after each score.
Yeah.
But that was back, you're talking 2008, and you're talking a name that everybody's going to hear probably maybe didn't know he was a Rider. As Deron Harmon was the running back on that team.
Yeah.
New England Patriots.
I was going to say.
Oh, no, he's one. There were some guys a beat. He's going to take it down. That's number 5, Brian Benson, and he returns it inside the 40. So wasting no time.
Territory that fast. But we've seen it though. The special teams, other than the extra points, have been pretty impressive today. You have a punt. You have the kickoff return for CR, and now you have a long punt return there for St. George's to give them a little bit more momentum, but. But other than that, the field goal PATs haven't been very well. That's why you saw CR go for the 2 there. Shorts back
First
under.
and 10 at the 42. And that's going to be Benson again. Spins off, goes outside, and a host of Riders stop him at about the 35-yard line. Gain of 7 for Benson. And he is getting the share of the carries here for the Hawks.
Yeah, and Benson's just a sophomore. Where it's going to be awesome looking to the future with him. He's listed at 5'8", 160. But he looks pretty big in those pads, actually.
2nd and 3 for the Hawks at the Cesar Rodney 36-yard line. 7:28 to play here in the half.
12-12. Tie game.
And they readjust. They go slot to the left side. Benson in motion away, and it's going to be a counter coming back.
Oh, he's got a lot of field.
Number 7. Oh, big cleanup tackle by number 49. That was James Holmes, a junior. But he has enough for the first down.
And that's Congo again. And that was a great counter there. Opened up a lot of field for them.
So another first down for the Hawks. And it's just been the story of the game. It's a plus 20 there for Congo on that play.
Yeah, he drove a truck through that hole he ran through.
Back in the red zone, 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 from the 16. Slot to the right, wing to the left. Wells goes in motion, handoff up the middle, breaks a tackle, and now he's going to carry some Riders down inside the 5. That's number 9, Jalen Smith. And he's got enough for a first down. Picks up at 11. 1st and goal at the 4. So the Hawks answering the CR drive, and CR trying to make some substitutions here. And off he goes left side, pushes the pile, touchdown. Jalen Smith. So he gets on the board for the first time, and the Hawks go up 18-12. And it looks like they are going to go for 2 this time.
Yeah, like we just talked about. Not having too much success with the PATs right now.
No. 6:33 here in the second quarter. And they're going for 2.
Timeout. So we're going to have a break here.
So J.D. Maul, I talked to him this week, and he said he likes playing CR. He doesn't like CR, but he likes playing that old Cape and Lopin. CR has a little bit of a rivalry in some sports, football being one of them. And CR is kind of the They're kind of a team. Everybody loves to hate, want to beat. You know, they're the big school down south.
They've had great, like you talked about, the teams with Duron Harmon, and they've had some pretty good success.
Do you know that in the state championship game, Duron Harmon was a no factor that year when they beat Sussex Central? He was going into the game with a twisted ankle, sprained it on the first play, and a young man by the name of Malcolm Yauk took over, and a little bit of passing game for the Riders, and they beat Sussex Central for a state title after Sussex Central had beat them for the conference title.
Good little bit of history there.
Yeah, I've been around. Happened to the Riders twice. They that year they lost to. We'll get to the play here. Shotgun formation. Going to roll out to the right, looking for his big tight end. He's going to find Wells underneath, and he is not in.
Wow.
Who was that? Number 7, Julian Trammell. So we're 18-12, 6:33 to play here in the second quarter. Back-to-back years that happened. The Riders lost to Sussex Central in the regular season, came back and beat them in the championship game. The next year they lost to Sussex Tech badly and came back and beat them in the second round of the playoffs, or the first round of the playoffs. So.
Seems like they always won the second time, huh?
Yeah,
Coaching or what do you think there?
Coach Schoenwolf always tell me, you win the one that matters.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah.
That is
You win
true.
the one that matters. Win them when they count. Coach Schoenwolf in Florida now. He retired 2 years ago, and you've seen the plantation commercials down in Florida. That's where he is, probably playing golf right now.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. That's how all of us are, I think.
Yeah.
Up here.
When I play golf,
birds, right?
when I play golf, they call it hockey.
Oh shoot! When I play golf, watch out.
Not a golfer. 6:33 to go here in the second quarter. Hawks back on top, 18-12, and this game might come down to a kick here today. Neither team able to get their conversions in.
And they're not going to kick it deep this time.
No, keep it on the ground.
Yeah.
That's Whitted with the ball. Oh, knocks a man down. It's going to take several to get him down.
Yeah, Whitted's a big guy out there.
Give him 7 on the return, and the Riders 6:26. Plenty of time is going to take over. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And I can tell you, like I said, we have some CR fans sitting down here on the home side, and so far they're excited about what they're seeing.
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, they're actually they're in this game, and like you said, they need this going into their Henlopen and North conference games, and this could be a good thing for them. Get some confidence going into it, and it's not a bad day for some football, honestly.
Nah, a little windy.
Yeah.
Back to that pistol formation. Wagenhofer under pressure.
Gets in the
Throws it. Man open. That's number 32. Bailey to Atley, and he's got a first down. Gain of, let's see where they stop. Gain of 13 on the play. Wagenhofer was running for his life and found an open receiver.
He caught that. I mean, he really got that guy to come off his feet in that pump fake, and that opened everything up for him. Great move.
So gain of 13, and that's another first down for the Riders. And like I said, it's just something good has to happen, and it looks like it's starting. They're getting some momentum, something they haven't had the last 3 weeks. So they spread it out, slot to the bottom, spread to the top. It's Whitted taking the toss, and he's got a flag and a host of
hold.
A hold and no gain on the play. Let's make it official here. That's in the old holding area.
Yeah, it looked like he was, when he came around that corner there, I saw a little bit of a hook on a jersey. If you guys are 30-second delay, you'll probably see it as well.
Right, except they're not going to know that.
Actually, I don't think I put the delay on today, so they're seeing everything.
So we were talking to the fans below. Last year we were doing a game down in Smyrna, and we got the old fire whistle, and it was that good long 10, 12 whistle. We just kept hearing it ringing through the boom mic. So
yeah, it's all right. The fans are actually pretty good today, to be honest with you.
1st and 20 for the Riders at their own 41-yard line. In motion, number 12, Saquon Daniels. He had the kick return for a touchdown. They hand off.
Whitted,
and no gain on the play. So, maybe that was the time to throw the ball on first down. They're starting to have a little bit of success. Two passing plays in a row. He's 2 for 4 on the day.
My guess is you're going to get it here, especially after.
Exactly. I'd rather surprise them, but
no. Yeah. Now when you're second and this long, you got to do something a little different.
2nd and 19 for the Riders, and we're probably going to see some pressure from St. George's. That's That's been a Maul trait. He's going to get somebody after that quarterback on a passing down. So we go double wing. One back in the backfield, and it's going to be a counter, and they hit Wagenoff as he's handed off Washington.
Nowhere.
They just blew it up, and there's the pressure we talked about.
Might have been a loss a little bit.
Loss of 2 on the play. And that's the second time we've seen that happen. The first time it was a penalty. We weren't quite on the air yet, where St. George's just blew up in the line and hit the quarterback at the mesh point. So that's going to bring up a...
Well, when you talked about it, you knew they were going to bring pressure right there.
Yeah, they're in a passing down, so here we go, pistol formation. Double slot. Wagenhofer in the shotgun. Or in the pistol. And fumbles the snap.
He doesn't
and he doesn't recover it. Picked up by number 66, Brian Rush. And he's going to carry it in. Touchdown. Call it a 28-yard return. And there's the first fumble. It's a touchdown. Turnover's key. We thought it might come down to kick, and maybe it's just going to go down to turnover. But Cesar Rodney has played 12 points behind already today. And call back up. They're just going to do it again. So here we go. The kicker's on.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for CR.
And again,
Offer just couldn't handle it.
Pressure. The Hawks were coming. They know it's a passing down. Snaps high, gets it down, and this one is good. That's number 41, Jared Manlove, and we have 4:25 left in the second quarter. St. George's 25, Cesar Rodney 12, and we're going to step away from the mic here, folks, during the break.
Updating this website for sports.
Not you, I know.
And we're back, folks. A little correction here. It's the kicker is Mason Fitzgerald. It's been the kicker. He'll probably tell us he wasn't the kicker on the first two.
Yeah,
correct. The kicker on the last one. So number 41. That's a correction. Mason Fitzgerald. 4:25 to go. 25-12. St. George's. And Fitzgerald kicks it low again. Takes it up as it was going out of bounds.
Oh, and he makes a good move. He's got the sideline.
And the kicker takes him down.
Who won his name corrected on that?
J.D. Moss. Oh, look at that. He's excited when his kicker makes a tackle. It was a high tackle, too. That was Julian Trammell on the kick. So, actually, he gets better field position than he would have if he had let it go out of bounds. So, it's going to be...
Yeah, that was a great pickup there by Trammell. We've called his name a few times.
But,
a great hit.
We talked about some of the vision these players have, and he saw the ball bouncing, he saw what he had in front of him, and he saw he had some room.
Again, the special teams other than the PATs, but Fitzgerald did just make it. I mean, it's helping both teams right now.
Back in the pistol, handoff to Whitted. He's hit at the line by Rush, and he's going to push ahead.
Got a few.
Big number 99 finished it off. Jameer Stanley, 6'3", 225, big boy getting down the line.
That's a big boy there. Pickup
of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Riders.
That was a tough one too there, man. I'll tell you that he fought for that one.
Yes, he did. He was hit behind the line of scrimmage, and
they don't have his size listed, but I'd like to know.
He carried a couple people with him, but the big guy finished it off, and he was coming from the opposite side, so he got down the line pretty quick. Under center is Wagenhofer, 2nd and 9, motion away from us, and it's a toss to number 12. That is Saquon Daniels. He's going to gain about a yard or 2 on the play. And it looks like the referee's going to mark him at about 2 yards.
Timeout, St. George's.
So St. George's takes a timeout. 3rd and 7, 3:25 to go here in the quarter. And they need to settle this group down because Cesar Rodney's already shown you cannot give them momentum because they will take it right down the field and score and take this game in a touchdown at the half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they gotta get this first down. They gotta keep the ball rolling here to not give the ball back to St. George's. Going into the half, they definitely want to try to get some points to make this shrink this 12-point lead they have right now. And it was on a turnover, so.
You can follow us on 302sports.com. And where are you going to be after this game?
Actually, we're going to be doing the DMA versus St. Elizabeth's live from University of Delaware tonight. So tune into that, too. It's going to be a good game. You get to see Chris Cropper from St. E's and a couple of guys from there, too, as well. And, they're going to play DMA. I think that's going to be a pretty good game, actually, between the two of them.
3rd and 7. That's number 31.
Nice tackle.
Emmanuel Kennedy, and he's taken back. Loss of 2 on the play. So CR is going to be punting into the win.
Yep.
Actually, make that a loss of 4 on the play. So, St. George's has done this several times. They're getting penetration and they're blowing up the play in the backfield.
Yeah, he didn't really have any time with that one anyway. They were on top of him pretty quick.
And that play, that speed sweep, you run it a couple times and everybody knows it's coming. It takes a long time to develop.
It does.
And you're trying to run from one side of the field to the other. And
you gotta have a real speedster for that too.
Sure, absolutely. 3:14 to go here, and it looks like St. George's Cesar Rodney using their last time out here.
Yeah, they're gonna punt it away here, but they gotta hold them. You really don't want to go into this half with down by another touchdown. I know it's a 12-point lead, but with the PATs we're seeing and the success on the 2 points, that's a touchdown, 6 points.
Right. Exactly.
So they definitely don't want to let them go into here with another 6 points up. So my guess is CR is really going to have to play some dig.
They're going for the block. Gets it off.
Not our team.
Everybody stay away.
It's coming back. They got to touch it. Yeah. Altogether, that's going to be like a 6-yard punt because of the bounce.
Kind of with this wind and the way it's blowing, it's blowing in their face and then it blows this way. But almost like that pooch kick everybody's doing now, that little roll-out rugby kick.
Yeah.
And keep it low because that one just got way too high.
Well, he had a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And the main guy, number 24, Nasir Wayman, was right there, maybe 6 inches to a foot from his hand on the ball.
Yeah, there were 3 St. George's players right in his face.
3:04 to go. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the 50-yard line. And they go shotgun. Wells coming in motion. Looks like going to be a face-to-speed sweep.
Oh, he's got him open.
Wide open down the middle of the field. Overthrows him.
And
that was number 4, Michael Wilson. He had the Jets going, trying to catch it.
He was trying, and that's the only incompletion I think we've seen so far from him, right?
Well, and this is
oh no,
he's 3 for 7.
Yeah.
This is something that St. George's could not do last year.
Correct.
It was throw the ball vertically. And, and I've been talking a lot about Woodbridge, and if you're going to beat Woodbridge, you're going to have to throw the ball vertically. They can cover the edges. They can set that edge on defense, and they're going to stop that bubble screen.
They got
you're going to have to throw
right?
them. They're going to have to throw them vertically. And Coach Manlove hate to give away any secrets.
They're in another passing formation here.
And little short hop to the
incomplete.
Back
tried to hit
Wilson.
him again. Yeah, tried to hit Wilson again.
So Coach Maul with 2:54 trying to throw the ball down the field. He's now 3rd and 10. But he has a 13-point lead, 25-12, 2:54 to go in the half. And I guess up here we get kind of these boring half times, and then no band.
No bands. Yeah, you're right. There are some. I don't know.
Probably Flight A school's the bigger school.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, if William Penn does it,
right.
Mount Pleasant, all those up Concord, they do it as well. Yeah.
We'll get the back. Got about technical schools and bands here in a minute, but there he goes. Fakes the pump to 4, and gets out to 27. This is tight end coming across on a drag pattern. That's Jordan Cheaton.
Yeah, we fought him a couple times. He had that long catch.
He's going to pick up about, we'll call it 15 on the play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. About 15. That's his 3rd reception. Anyways, we're right back on the ball. So here we go. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They spread Cheaton back out.
Cuts it back in. Oh, breaks the
breaks tackle.
Close to a first down. Looks like he's going to give that 9 on the play.
Congo again.
That's Congo. Let's bring up a 2nd and 1. Anyways, back to most technical schools do not have bands. But you get down to Georgetown, the Sussex Tech, and you got one heck of a band down there.
Yeah, I was going to say, those guys are awesome. I remember in the playoffs a couple times, man. I'll tell you, that band is impressive.
Hand off to 9. A couple years ago, we did a Sussex Tech Dover game, and I'd stop. You know, it was almost like stop watching the game.
Yeah, because of the
two
bands.
bands just constantly playing. That's another first down, and we have an injury. So 2:02 to go here, 25-12, and back to that Sussex Tech Dover game. It's just the bands, and they just play.
Oh yeah.
The whole time. I saw on Twitter. Somebody wanted the Sussex Tech band to go home in the third quarter because they were sitting there getting a ringing headache.
I love the bands, man. That's a big part of high school and college that I really.
Well, it's the hometown atmosphere, and I guess that's probably kind of what you're missing at these technical schools because we don't know where these kids come from. They come from all over Newcastle County, but they, you just don't get that feel like you did down south. I think maybe a few schools up here, but when I grew up in this area, left after middle school or during middle school, it's just I've noticed it's a changed atmosphere. I mean, like for one, I grew up in 273 was an easy shot into Newark, and then the bank that ate Newark came in, and everything changed out there in that 273 area.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, that's almost a town of it. NBA is almost a town of its own. Bank of America, whatever they are.
Yeah, whatever it is now, Bank of America, I think.
They took over that whole section of Newark. Used to be a little road that ran through there, I remember as a kid, and that's now a curve. Yeah.
Yep.
But down south, we have 113, 13, and 1.
There you go.
And a couple roads that run between, that connect them.
20, 15.
Right. 9. Yeah. A few of those down there. Here we go. 1st and 10 for St. George's at the Cesar Rodney 22, 2:02 here in the half, and Coach J.D. Maul looking to strike again. And it looks like Division II is going to be maybe not as crazy as it has in the past, but it looks like it's going to be competitive. We'll get back to that in a minute. Motion with Benson, fakes the toss to Benson. He's under pressure and just going to throw it away.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I was going to say
there it is. There's the intentional grounding.
That's definitely intentional. That's lost it down too. Yeah, he was in the line still.
Absolutely, and with a hand on him. But Division II, Woodbridge 3-0, Milford 4-0, St. Mark's 4-0. St. George's winning here, and I think the team that everybody's starting to open their eyes to is the Glasgow Dragons.
I know, 4-0 also. Yeah.
Big win over Hodgson 2 weeks ago.
They have they got a good quarterback at Wilson, and they got a couple of speedsters down there. And after I put our schedule out, I got a couple of emails from a couple of guys that coach down there, and I played ball with, and they're like, "Where's Glasgow at on there?" I said, "Well, listen, as they win, we're going to start changing things. We need to get them on. Actually,
absolutely,
we're going to talk to Mac and those guys down there, and we need to get St. Jude's on because, but I think Flight B is looking awesome.
Wow, the last game of the year, St. George's Glasgow is going to be a big one. Oh, overthrows number 85, Doug Phillip. But coach there, Shannon Riley, a Glasgow product, and he played at Villanova with a very good friend of mine, Deion Jackson from Sussex Central. Actually, last year, Deion Jackson was inducted into the Sussex Central Hall of Fame. I get this phone call in September. It's like, Coach, I want you to introduce me at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great. So, he's telling me what an honor it was for me to do it. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's an honor for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 3rd and 24 at the 37. Shotgun drop back. Hard throw is picked off.
Oh, he caught it.
Wow.
Right back into his hands.
Out of the hands of Wilson.
Oh, man.
Into the hands of number 35, Josh Windsor. Back into the hands of Wilson. And that's what they call a completed pass.
Yeah.
And a gain of about 10 on the play. So, and there was nobody to stop the linebacker if he catches that clean, because it was him, the quarterback.
There was some room, I tell you. You're right. I think it was the quarterback there. Drop back.
Oh, under pressure.
And they got it.
Started with number 47, Pat Tack. Big play. And that's going to be
a few times.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss of Back to the 42. It's going to be a loss of 15.
I'll tell you what, you're giving it to him here at the 40. CR's still got a minute left on
Yeah,
this
minute
clock.
to go.
They might be able to make something happen here.
Minute to go, 25-12. St. George's. Oh, that was a fourth down, so the Riders take over.
That's what I mean. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
The Riders taking over here at the 40. I mean, as long as we're looking for a couple of passes here, Wagenhoff has enough time. Quick slant, nice play, keep the clock moving.
He just can't step out of that tackle. That was number 12. Saquon Daniels, that clock is
got
running.
50 seconds. Get them up, get ready here.
And I think the Riders used all their timeouts.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts. Well, they stopped the clock. They're supposed to stop the clock. No, they haven't stopped. They're taking a long time. That was 10 seconds to
Gain
put
of
that ball
7.
down.
There was no first down. It was a gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah. Wagenhoff back again. He's got the slant again.
Oh, in out of hands.
That time
stops the clock on the 3rd and 3. And Daniels, he's the one that ran the kickback for a touchdown. So he's got some jets. If he can just catch one, 31.8. If he can get one and get open. But it looks like Coach Maul's going a little soft here, a little bit of a prevent defense. And as I say that, the corners come up. So 3rd and 3, Wagenhofer again rolls out of trouble.
Oh, you gotta get
and
rid of
he's
that.
wrapped up as Brian
Man.
Benson. And nothing else, he just has to throw it away. Loss of 10 on the play for Wagenhofer.
My guess is you just kneel here and let the clock run
let's
out.
take it in. And Benson is hurt. And it looks like he's holding his hamstring. So 16.3. And the trainer's right out there.
That's not good. Benson's a big part of this offense.
Well, he's exactly.
And defense, actually.
Yeah.
I think that's his second sack of the game
big
already.
sack there, yeah. And he's got 2 touchdowns on the game. But yeah, he went right to back of his thigh as he rolled around. He seemed to be in some pain, so hopefully
yeah, let's hope it's nothing
something
major.
minor. So anyways, back to St. Elizabeth's tonight at the University of Delaware. They do a little bit of that up here. I think every year there's some games.
There's 4 games there today,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, but we're going to do the nightcap, so we're going to do the St. Elizabeth's DMA game tonight.
That is a lot of stairs to climb to do it.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, getting into that press box with all this equipment, it's not fun. I can tell you that.
I'm a Blue Hen season ticket holder, and I sit in row W, and I think that's a hike.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You're going to be up there in like the doubles, T's or S's or something up there. I'm not sure how high they go.
Oh, it's high. I can tell you that. I can tell you that now.
I did a state title game there a few years ago, and I was doing it with a boot on my foot.
Oh man, getting up and down those.
Oh, it was crazy. And we went to the very top.
Handoff.
And it's Trammell again, and he's going to pick up 7 on the play.
That'll end the half for us there.
That's it. So, folks, we're going to go into the halftime. The score, St. George's 25, Cesar Rodney 12. We're going to step away from the mic, so we're going to total up some yardage, and we'll come back with some halftime stats. I'm Benny Mitchell with Nick Hadley on 302sports.com. All right, welcome back, folks, and Benny Mitchell again, 302sports.com, and with Nick Hadley. He is 302sports.com. He is the Halliday. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, because I would have done that the rest of the game. He owns and operates this live stream that we're bringing you. And Nick, let's get back into what happened here today. Off to a very slow start for everybody. We were a little delayed getting on, but we didn't miss any of the scoring.
No,
first off, St. George's strikes first. Brian Benson on a 4-yard run with 4:28 in the first quarter. The kick is no good. And the St. George's Hawk led 6-0. Then 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Benson again on a 4-yard run, and the kick failed, and it was St. George's 12-0. And we had talked about how Caesar Rodney needed something positive, and it just didn't look like it was going to happen. Then it happened. Saquon Daniels takes the ensuing kickoff 64 yards to the house. And with 3 seconds to go, the kick is blocked. And with 3 seconds to go in the first quarter, it was 12-6 St. George's. And then we talked about the momentum, and it did pick up the momentum for the Riders, because at 8:07 in the second quarter, Jared Wagenhofer, the quarterback, 1 yard for a touchdown. The conversion failed, and we're 12-12. And we've talked about two teams going different directions. CR at 0-3, St. George's 2-1, and the Riders had found the momentum, we thought. St. George's gets back in, and Jalen Smith, he goes for 4 yards at 6:33 to go in the second quarter. Again, conversion fails. It's 18-12 for St. George's, and then the mishap. The big mishap, the snap over the quarterback's shoulder, and Brian Rush picks it up. He goes 28 yards on a fumble return with 4:25 left in the half. And Mason Fritz, he's good on the extra point, and that's our halftime score. St. George's 25. And the Caesar Rodney Riders 12. And Nick, a lot of what we talked about, it's kind of playing out here. The Riders needed something positive. They got the momentum, they got it going, and then just a couple bad things happened, and they're right back where they were.
Yeah, we talked about it. So the special teams for both, besides the PATs, is what really kept them in this game, and then the mishap. But the mishap is what kind of really hurt them as of right now. But it's still 25-12. They held them there, and they had a little bit of a drive there in the fourth quarter, and CR did a great job. They got the ball back but couldn't capitalize on it. But again, they needed to hold them at that point.
Sure.
And the only difference in this game really is that fumble.
Yeah.
Which kind of gave them the 2 touchdown lead that they have.
Well, and the Riders, they were down 2 touchdowns once already, and they came back. They got the kick return. They are going to receive the ball to start this second half, so they have a chance to do it again with the kick return, or at least get some good field position. And their special teams have played well so far in this game.
Yeah, correct.
So
we had the punt return, the kickoff or kickoff return, and some really long punt returns as well.
Teams are coming back onto the field, folks. Teams are coming back. I'm sorry, I lost my hat there.
Yeah, we are getting a little bit more rain here right now, so as you can tell, the camera's a little wet, but we
have fixed it with an umbrella, so now all we need is no lightning. Because if I don't bring my son home, my wife is going to be upset. He's out there operating that camera. So the teams come back on the field. We got our hot dogs and our Gatorade and our water, and we're ready to go ourselves. You don't see many Hunleuven Conference teams playing with the daylight. And that's this crazy hurricane season weather is what's got us here. Rain delay yesterday. I talked to Coach Maul. I got a hold of him on Thursday and asked him what are the chances of a postponement. And he said they're already talking Saturday at 2. So CR's field, it's a grass field. It was underwater. It just wasn't going to dry in time to play this weekend. And you don't want to play on a Monday. There are some teams playing on Monday.
Yeah.
Big game downstate tonight, Saturday night, 6 o'clock. Sussex Central travels to Sussex Tech, the Battle of Georgetown. It's a rivalry, but it's a minor rivalry. And when if you're a downstate guy, you know that Sussex Tech, anytime they play a Sussex County school, it's a rivalry. So here we go. The ball's teed up, and the third quarter is about to get underway. 41, Fitzgerald, and the toe hits the pig, and we're off. Ball's on the ground. Up over the head.
Over the head. He's got to pick that up.
That's a free ball. Yes, it is. And they're going to be inside the 1. Not how Dan Candelora wanted to start this half.
No,
Took a high bounce over Seven's head. I think he may have touched it, and it just kept rolling, and just couldn't catch up with it.
He didn't have much of a choice there either. He had to pick that thing up, and he had a defense.
Yeah, because it looked like the last bounce was going to go the other way.
Yeah.
So here we go. And that's what you get when you play on turf fields. Some people call it a true bounce. I don't know that it's a true hop.
We like true hops. That's why we like playing on AstroTurf and different things, because you didn't have to deal with the.
So Riders didn't get a player off the field. They broke the huddle with 12. So that's going to be a penalty of about an inch. And then he's going to wave it off because he got out of bounds. The ball is inside the 1. Double slots, and I think we're going to see pressure here from St. George's, and there it is. That's number 12, and he's tackled. It looks like it might be a safety.
He didn't get out?
He did not.
And I haven't seen the official word yet.
The one on the near side, on the far side, is saying he's down at, we're talking inches now. So no gain on the play. And, I think you got to go fullback on that one. You're not going to the deep back. You're not trying to stretch the field. You got to go fullback and push ahead and give yourself some punting room. Second and we'll call it 10 and a half for the Riders. So they don't have much more room to go backwards. Single back in the backfield. And that's quarterback. That's just what they're going to do. Quarterback Steve Wagenhofer pushes ahead and gets about 2 yards, which is going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Now down 13. Take the risk. On a 3rd and 8, you got a little bit of room now, a little quick slant.
I mean,
yeah, maybe you got them thinking. Thinking we're going to run the ball and just make some punt room. So here it goes, single back, double wing, and they're going to hand it off, and he's hit in the backfield, and they're going to push him back, and no gain on the play. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 8 for the Riders.
10.
So if they can get this punt off, they've maybe averted some early trouble, some early disaster there on the kickoff. Back to punt, number 25, Joe Delgado, sophomore.
And last time they came with heavy pressure, so we'll see what they do.
Well, this is a short snap, and his heels are on the line.
He's got to get this off quick.
Good snap, drops the ball. He gets it off, but it's going to be very short. It may not get out of the end zone.
It did, about 3 yards.
Yeah, gain a punt of about 3. So here we go. We're talking. We talked about these things, special teams, and the Riders had good special teams early, and now 2 big special team mishaps. So that's going to give St. George's, with a 13-point lead, 1st and goal at the 6 to start the 3rd quarter. 9:46 to go here. We're at St. George's High School. Blue Hen Conference Flight B, St. George's. Caesar Rodney, Henlopen Conference, Northern Division. Motion, short motion. Handoff to, hit the backfield. That's Smith. That was number 47 on the hit, Pat Pack. And we've called his name quite a bit today.
Yeah, he's Johnny on the spot right now, isn't he?
They're going to give him a gain of 1 on the play. That was a big, man. Tack just came blowing through there and made the hit and the stop, and now he's coming out of the game. So 2nd and goal from the 6. That's going to be no gain on the play. They mark it down on the 6-yard line. St. George's, wishbone in the backfield.
Big.
And handoff to number 30, Tyrese Owens, and he's down inside to about the 1-2-yard line. They're going to call it at the 1. That's his first carry of the game. Gain of 6 on the play. That was a jumbo look there for St. George's, and they're going to go right back to it. I mean, Jalen Smith's big enough. Tyrese Owens, 5'6", 168, and that's who gets the ball, and he's in for a touchdown, 1-yard run. Touchdown.
St. George's.
St. George's, and not what Coach Dan Candelora needs right now, as his Riders now trail 31-14 or 31-12.
Yeah.
And on comes the kicker, Fitzgerald. And a little high snap, he gets it down, it's up, and it's good. 8:41 to go here in the third quarter. St. George's 32, Cesar Rodney 12.
Again, Benny, that's special teams there causing that.
And 2 special teams plays there. I mean, it was,
not getting out of the end zone, not getting much yardage out of it anyway. Keeping your kicker there. Bad snap. He gets it off, but it only goes about 5 to 6 yards.
Right.
And you give St. George's great field position, which is something you don't have to. Yeah, they can score.
The snap was a little low, but it was manageable. I think he's thinking maybe too much. I got to get this off. This off.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball.
It's stressful. But that's what that's the way to do it. That's a stressful spot right there. So, just to give you an injury update, it looks like Benson's going to be out for the rest of the game.
It's on his ankle, right?
Yeah, it's on his ankle. I asked the coach. He said he walked off under his own power, which is a good thing. So, I guess now with a 3-4 touchdown lead, they're really going to sit him and save him.
And a bouncing kick picked up by number 7, Trammell, and always wrapped up big number 85, Doug Phillips, 6'4", 195. And I'm not sure if he's the one that JD told me that he got out for football this year.
I think it is. I think it's his first year, and actually the first game I saw, he had a really good. He had a couple of catches, which I said they were hitting their tight end, because he is a threat at 6'4". There's not too many kids that are going to, especially DBs in this division right now. They're not going to be much of them are. Not many of them going to be over 5'10", to be honest with you. So, but
32-12. Cesar Rodney 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Handoffs to Daniels, and he's going to get some positive yardage out to about the 30. Gain of 6 on the play. And he has been the break mark for the Riders. Daniels has. This brings up a 2nd and 4 here. And as the rain is starting to come down here in the third quarter, it's going to be a 2nd and 4 at the 30. And the Riders, they just need to sustain the drive and into this win and get another score on the board. Clock runs down under 8 minutes. Wagenhofer under center. 2 men in the backfield. Looks like they're going back to the wing T here, Nick. And that's Daniels again. He's got the first down. And gain of 7 on the play.
Give him a first.
I see you, Jake.
So they've abandoned the spread. They're going back to the wing T, Nick.
But down this many touchdowns, you would think they would be throwing the ball a little more.
Yeah, somewhere Mike Schoenwolf just lifted his head and missed the tee. See what's going on. They're back to his wing tee. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Coming back, that's number 10, Washington, Isaiah Washington. He has nowhere to go.
No, they were in the backfield there.
And no gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd down for the Riders. Folks, you can follow us on Twitter at 302 Sports. Also on Facebook, and of course the 302sports.com webpage.
And make sure you join the YouTube channel so you can watch all of our live streams this season.
Oh, fakes the handoff. Wagenhofer
got around, but he's
maybe one on the play. But those defensive ends, they came straight up the field.
Yeah, it looked like Brian Rush, actually, the one who scored the touchdown earlier for him on the fumble. He made a good tackle there.
Oh, gain of 2 on the play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Riders at the 40-yard line. And Wagenhofer is going to come up under center, slot to the far side of the field, wing to the near side. Seahawks showing Hawks showing blitz, and they're going to flood that right side. Wagenhofer 3-step drop, knocked down, back into the hands of number 46, Najee Whitted, and no gain on the play, or loss on the play. Loss of 2.
To the original line there, Benny. So it's going to be 4th and 10. Yeah, in that situation, I probably would have put him back in a shotgun and just showed the pass instead of trying to have him throw, because they're getting through this line really fast. At least that would have gave you a couple more seconds to be able to throw the ball.
I wanted to say in the pregame, of course, we had a little trouble getting on with the internet cover or the internet. So he gets it off. Wow, that's a high kick.
That's a good punt this time.
Down inside 35 to about the 32-yard line.
Delgado, that's a good punt there.
Yeah, Cesar Rodney, at 25, at least a 2,500 student school in Division I, and St. George is a smaller Division II school, so they're probably around the 1,000 range. But physically they're a bigger team, and I thought that that could possibly wear the Riders down here in the second half, and I think that's what we're seeing. St. George's is winning the battle on the line of scrimmage.
I mean, they were getting some penetration anyway, but now you're right. It looks like they're just going right through, especially on that play. I mean, that line of scrimmage was so crowded right there. I don't know how he got the ball off.
So St. George's takes over. First and 10, they're on the 32-yard line, under center. Toss to DeMounty Wells. He's got the corner. We have a flag on the play, so that's going to be a hold or a block and a second flag on the play.
Yeah, that's going to come back. No doubt in that. One guy looked like he actually got tackled over there.
So we have a hold on the play. And that's going to bring up a first and... Actually, it's going to be a 22 because the spot of the foul, which was back on the 30. So that's going to bring up a first and 22 for the Hawks.
Come on, Dave.
First and 22 for the Hawks.
5:20 left here in the third quarter still.
Quarterback Robert Schwartz is up under center. Single back in the backfield motion, and he hands off to... See if we can get a number here. It looks like number 24, Nasir Wayman, who's going to pick up 3 on the play and bring up a second and 18.
Starting to see why people bring binoculars now.
Yeah, and I tell you what, and I think ADs, when they order uniforms, there's some schools that are tough to see.
Yeah, I know.
Second and 18. And my vision's bad enough, so there's a counter coming back. Initially hit by number 34.
Stayed on his feet, though.
We don't have a name for it, and that's Wells. And he's going to pick up 5 on the play and a late flag.
Ooh, no, that's gonna be a 15-yarder
on somebody,
on Cesar Rodney.
Yeah,
he seems a little mad, so he's probably going to get it unsportsmanlike. Looks like he's saying that somebody had a hold of his face mask, but.
That's number 49, James Holmes.
Yeah.
And Coach Candy's going to patiently walk him off the field. We don't do that. We don't do that, son. Yeah, it's in the box. There was no mark-off on the play, Nick. I'm not sure what's going on here. Saw the flag. 49 came off the field, and the ball's where it was, and it's third down. So
maybe they weren't. Maybe they waved the flag off.
Yeah, possibly. Who knows?
Either that, or it was going to be. He's back.
Got him in over Wells, and overthrown, broken up by number 12, Saquon Daniels, and that is just a name we are saying a lot tonight, or today, Saquon Daniels. And it's going to be a hold on St. George's, but I think I'm declining this and making them punt.
Yeah, oh yeah, no doubt in that.
One of the while we're talking about jerseys and vision, and one of the hardest jerseys to see, and I might say something to their ADs. Sussex Tech has black jerseys, black numbers with white trim.
Yeah, it's I saw that online the first game.
It's rough.
It's rough. I do like the uniforms though.
They look good if you're on the field. Milford comes out at home. They've gone to this black uniform, and it's black with burgundy numbers and gold trim. And it's a little better, but they got to think about us a little bit more.
They did decline that, Ben. They did decline it.
4th and 14, 4:03 to play, and on the punt, number 54, big number 54, Isaiah Gatlin.
The big boy.
Good snap.
And
Takes
he
his
can
time
do
and gets
too.
it off, and he's a floater. That's a knuckleball.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Man, he's just going to take a great St. George's hop.
That's good. That's good. That's a great change of field position there. Put them back on their own 20.
That's flipping the field. So it's going to be Cesar Rodney taking over. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter, and it looks like it's going to be about the referee standing on the 20-yard line. So that's just as good as putting it through the end zone. 32-12 Riders. And I wonder, I'm sitting down, I'm looking at Mr. Benson laying on the trainer's table. How does that affect St. George's down the road?
Yeah, I hope that it's minor. I mean, again, he walked off under his own power. I didn't get an official word on what it is, but my guess is it's probably sprained. So I'm not sure. We'll try to get some more word on that though and check it out for him because he is an intricate part of this team.
Absolutely. Wagenhofer in the pistol. No drop. Throws the ball. It's dropped in and out of the hands of Peyton Lavender.
And he had some running room there, Ben.
I'll tell you how key Benson was. 61 yards in the first half, 2 touchdowns. So
yeah,
and a couple sacks on defense.
We just got a word that it's a sprain, but it said it's not that bad. But they said they're going to hold him out for the rest of this game.
Good.
So he's going to be okay. They said he's going to play next week. So
there we go.
That's good word.
Absolutely. 2nd and 10 for the Riders. Shotgun formation. And a little motion toss, throws behind him, it's bouncing around. We're going to see who got it. Neither team is saying we do.
Looks like it's going back to CR. You can see the couple of the St. George's players are upset that someone didn't hold on to it there. That's
another player down. So
that's a long pitch there on that.
Yeah.
That's a. If you ask me, that's waiting for a disaster. You're waiting for a bad thing to happen on that.
I'm thinking now. I don't want to second guess the coaching staff, but you're trailing by 20, and you want to move this clock and get out of here healthy, and let's just put it between the tackles, and you're not only tossing. Man, that's a long toss.
I'm thinking that's where the quarterback's got to square his shoulders up and throw that flat.
Yeah, well, true, yeah.
But
I'm just saying, if you're going to throw the toss in that situation, run between the tackles.
Wow, yeah. I mean, but that's a recipe for disaster. Looking at that, I mean, you're just waiting there, and that was a great one-handed grab.
Right, and I tell you what, though, 46 with his size and the way he runs, he does get it and square up his shoulders. It's a good call.
Correct.
Yeah, we'd be telling about how great the offensive coordinator was, but it was a 5-yard loss, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 15.
And the player looks like he's going to get up off the field, so that's a good sign.
25, Jair Pritchett, junior, 5'8", 148. And the Riders come back on the field. 3:26 to go. Had a lot of stoppage here, some injuries.
Yeah, correct. It's been a long game.
Been a long morning for me. So
3:21 still left here in the third.
Pistol formation.
3rd and 15, actually, Ben.
And they're showing blitz.
Yeah.
3-step drop, tipped at the line, picked off by number one. That's Congo again, and he's in.
With another touchdown.
Catch that about the 20 or that's a pick 6. 38.
Yes, sir.
12.
Yeah, and that, again, got tipped at the line. And Congo's in the right place, gets that thing, takes it in. And actually, there was nobody in front of him, so he had a clear lane to the end zone for that touchdown. Bad snap. Got it off, though.
And it's good. 39-12.
Great save there by the holder to get that high snap. And down for the kick for Fitzgerald.
I think early on, Cesar Rodney said they showed some positives, and
they did.
And a lot of people, they're going to look at the score in this game and go, "Wow, there's only 0-4 Cesar Rodney," but I think this is a better 0-4 team than people think. But what kind of credit?
I agree. Look at their schedule.
Right. What kind of credit though is St. George's going to get for this victory? We're gonna find out, because you just gotta go to Twitter and find out, because everybody's gonna talk about it. and the message boards.
Follow us, right?
Yeah.
You on there, and then follow us at 302 Sports.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Della Hammer. Congo, he goes
Pick
20
6.
yards, pick 6.
Still in the third quarter. Still have 3 minutes left in this third quarter.
I think you just heard that, Nick. You must be excited. Ohio State 58 nothing. Big Ohio State fan.
Yes, sir.
And number 14, Suarez picks it up, and he's got a little hole there, and Bill hit from behind by number 35, Rashawn Young, and a nice return though out to midfield. Best starting field position of this quarter, no doubt.
Suarez he's had a couple of good returns. Who did he have that kickoff return for?
No, that was
Suarez.
Saquon Daniels.
Saquon Daniels, okay. Suarez,
They're about the same size, same build, yeah. 12, 14.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to mistake them.
No, they're about the same size. 5'9", 165, 5'7", 146. In pads, they look about the same.
Yeah, correct.
Wagenhofer, little different offense here. That's number 7, and he's going to make some room, making something happen. That's number 7, Julian Trammell.
And we've called his name a bunch of times too, Trammell. That's a great run there. That's what you said. Put it between the tackles, right?
I love that kid.
They're showing a little bit of a different formation there, different look, and a pickup of about 13 yards.
How'd that work out?
Wagenhofer's going to follow his blocker, and he's going to gain about 3 on the play.
It's the first time we saw that keeper.
As a design keeper, a little bit of quarterback lead action. $39-12, 2:10 counting here. Caesar Rodney's got a little bit of something going on. Second and 7. And this looks a little bit like a pistol's wing T in that lineup there. They had the pistol with the setback, and we're gonna get we're gonna get
Legal substitution.
illegal substitution for the Riders. And again, penalties, man. These drive stoppers. You know.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 11 now. 2nd and 7 now becomes, well, 2nd and call it 12. And that's a sign of young teams.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Too many mistakes too. You can't make it against the St. George's team.
Back to the pistol. 2nd and 12. Wagenhofer looking over the defense. Short snap. And a little flare pass out to 46.
Yeah,
and that's what we talked about when he squares his shoulders.
Right. Yeah, that's better than that long pitch there. You square, get that thing out in the flat. And like we talked about, Whittett's got the size. He squares his shoulders. He's going to get upfield. It's always going to be a positive play with him.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Looks like it's going to be about 39.
Yeah, 38, 39.
Getting a couple scores for you, Benny, here. Delaware is down to JMU 26-7 right now.
Wow.
In the third quarter.
CAA play starts.
Just wanted to give you a heads up on that.
Back home next week.
That's right. We'll be there.
Motion coming away from the camera, and it's 46 again with it, and a gain of a yard. A big hit there.
And this is 4-down territory.
That's number 99 again. Jameer Stanley. He gain of 1, and a big finish.
We got 30 seconds here, so my guess is it might not get another playoff.
And then you got your wins here back, so.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to get it off. 23 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, strange Delaware schedule this year, Nick. No September games other than the first one.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
I'm going to forget where my parking is. Pistol formation, and there, Wagenhofer flushed out of the pocket, rolls right, let's go, and gets it to number 17, Peyton Lavender.
He's going to be in. That's going to end the quarter for us there. They're going to have a nice first down.
Pickup of 10 on the play.
Oh, they're calling him short. They said he was short.
Wow.
Wow. As you can tell, the fans aren't too happy about it. I thought he was in front of it.
We'll have to watch it later. I thought he was past the line. He got hit and drove back that far.
What I mean.
But it doesn't change his forward progress, and I think that's what the CR coaches are asking about.
And I mean, he went down on the pylon. I thought that it was an easy first down, to be honest with you.
So they're going to call a turnover on downs. I can't wait to go home and watch that one.
1.5 left on that turnover there on the downs. So now you're going to have St. George's run one play, and then we'll go into the fourth quarter.
Rolls out, has a man open, overthrows. Big number 85, Doug Phillips.
That's going to end our
That's
third.
in the third quarter, folks. 39-12. St. George is in the lead at a CR home game in Middletown. And a couple of now St. George's schedule, it gets tough late. As they had William Penn early, but they got St. Mark's down the road. They got Hodgson left and Glasgow. So
yeah, they don't have an easy schedule either.
And he next year, when I talked to JD Mall, it's a lazy animal on the schedule.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. And I think probably a team like St. George's, Nick, and maybe this is why JD Mall's doing it. They're one of the bigger Flight B schools.
They are. Correct.
So with Wilmington Charter leaving the conference, they might be looking at the next team to go up.
One of the ladies here mentioned it. There are only 2 or 3 students.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they're single-digit numbers. So.
A couple years ago, there was the big Polytech Milford controversy where I can't remember which school flipped it, but it was a matter of 9 students, and one of the 2 schools didn't count some special ed students, and it went to court. This was a lawsuit, and it went to court, and it was flipped back, and it was huge because Polytech's best years were in Division II, winning state titles in wrestling, and they got competitive in football. Now they're back in the North.
Counter.
That's Wells. He escapes and hit by number 14, Suarez.
He's still on his feet.
He's still on his feet.
Right now he finally goes down.
And looks like he's going to gain about a yard. And I talked about that with a gain of 2 on the play with Coach Buxton, the wrestling coach down there at Polytech, and we were sitting in the Polytech gym, and he said he looked up at the wall at the conference banners and state banners and says, "What's the difference?" And I looked at it, I was like, "Yeah, or it was Southern Division and Division II."
Yeah.
He said, that was the difference. 3rd and 8 for St. George's. They're in a shotgun formation and looking for the slant. And throws the out to number 27, Jordan Cheaton.
And a good block.
Yeah, and he's down the sideline.
By Congo.
And number 7, Julian Trammell saves the touchdown.
Congo with a great block there to give him that open yard, that open sideline.
40-yard gain on the play.
That sprung him for a good gain there. That was We've called his name a few times. Congo just had to pick 6, actually.
Playing both sides of the field. We got to start thinking, Nick, about the 302 Sports Player of the Game. There's a lot of guys right now that under pressure is Shorts, and he's going to roll out of it. He escapes the pressure. He's got a first down.
Wow. We're getting to see all his talent.
Gain of 12 on the play. Where did this kid come from? I have to ask Coach J.D. Mall.
Yeah.
There's a public school somewhere in Newcastle County missing a quarterback.
Missing a quarterback. You're right. That's the truth.
First down.
Another first down for St. George's.
And I think that's been the bigger key besides the early special teams and the 2 defensive touchdowns has been St. George's has close to 20 first downs in this game. So they're just moving the ball between the tackles. And a whistle. Timeout, St. George's. And folks, we're going to take a quick step away from the mic. Your score with 10:35 to play in the fourth quarter. St. George's 39, Caesar Rodney 12.
You might as well go ahead and have me one ready for
We're back, folks. After the St. George's timeout, 1st and 10 for the Hawks. And what's a deep pistol here? He's got about a 7-yard snap on that.
Yeah. A lot of downhill running.
And it's going to be a little bubble.
Oh,
wrapped up. Number 3, Devontae Wells, by number 14, Suarez.
Suarez wasn't fooled on that play.
Nah, Suarez is a junior. You talked about it earlier. You know, we're looking at their roster and just
young.
A lot of sophomores and juniors on both sides of this ball.
Yes, sir. It's a good thing, though. I like looking forward to a couple years down with some good players. The scary thing is when you look at the Smyrna lineup and all those kids.
They lose Henderson. I'll get to watch him in a couple years at the University of Delaware.
Yes,
Fumble
you will.
snap, number 9, and that's Smith. He's going to plunge ahead. Gain of... Our yard guys got to move a little faster here, Sean. Gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah,
it's better than the one that doesn't stand still.
That's true. Yeah.
3rd and 5 for the Hawks. Yeah, we're going to see Nolan Henderson here, future Blue Hen.
That's right. Saw Coach on the sideline for the Smyrna Sally's game. Talked to him a little bit about some of the in-state players that stayed, and he's got some. He's telling me he's got some big plans for a lot of those guys. Chi and
I talked to Coach
Colby
Dave Brock,
Reeder.
and of all things, all places, it was commitment decision day. It was a Sunday, and he was at the Kids State Wrestling Tournament. His son is a wrestler.
Okay.
And I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think about football players and recruiting wrestlers? He goes, this is the first wrestling tournament I've ever seen. Never been to one.
Wow.
And we were discussing it, but at that time he told me that he's recruiting Delaware kids. That's what he wants. He wants Delaware kids.
He told me that too at the Sally's game, and it was good. You know, he was over there looking at guys like Will Wright and of course Henderson, and we're gonna get.
And the Riders jump off side.
I was gonna say, I think we're gonna get encroachment on that.
I referred earlier about Deion Jackson, former teammate at Villanova, and he was snubbed by University of Delaware when he's coming out of high school. Too small, they said, and. Him and Shannon Riley didn't get the love, the Blue Hen love back then, and they went to Villanova.
No one did, though.
And their senior year, it was an interception by Deion Jackson and a blocked field goal by Shannon Riley, and the 2 Delaware kids beat the University of Delaware that year. And, And I talk all the time, and as a matter of fact, Deion sent me a text before the game. We were texting about Shannon Riley, and he said, let me know when Sussex Central's back on top, and let's start getting those kids into the University of Delaware. So.
Yeah, and I talked to Brock about that too, especially keeping the in-state guys, and they're actually going to redshirt a couple of those guys to save them. So.
That was a false start, by the way, Sean. So,
okay.
Excuse me, Nick. So 4th and 7, drops back.
He's got a guy wide
open. That's the man we've been talking about, number 85, Doug Phillips. And that's a 27-yard touchdown strike.
Wow, what an impressive drive here for them. I'll tell you that right now.
Nice pattern there for the first year player.
Yeah, that was a great sell by Schwartz there too. Had the whole Rider defense obviously tricked on that one. So.
And looks like they're going for 2. They got the offense on the field. 8:05 here in the 4th quarter. Wishbone formation. And quarterback keeper. He's in.
Yeah. He's only got one person to beat out there, and that's kind of not fair to Julian Trammell, especially with all that field.
Right, and that kid's an athlete. We saw that earlier in the drive.
Yeah.
So 8:05 left to play here in the game. St. George's 47, Caesar Rodney 12, and I tell you, I don't care if Caesar Rodney's 0-3 or not. I'm impressed with this St. George's football team. They score defensively, they score offensively, they put pressure on you. And a lot of these, the interception that was caused by pressure. Wagenhofer had to roll out, and he's kind of been running for his life at points today.
And I'll tell you, they played William Penn very good in the first game. They should have won that game. Actually, Burton kind of made a great play, broke the pressure, threw a deep ball down. They ended up getting in within field goal range and winning that game. But I'm pretty impressed today too by their play right now. And they're doing everything. running, throwing, playing defense.
Well, that's the one addition we said to their game this year has been to throw up the passing game. And, last year their passing game was, it was the wide receiver screen. It was just short out, and they're throwing a lot more vertical today. I mean, that ball was caught right around the 10, 12-yard line, so that's 15 yards in the air and right on the money.
And we saw the deep pass to number 27 earlier, Cheaton.
That's number 6, William Burke, sophomore, 6'2", 186, and he's got some running room on the left side, and he's going to go down about the 43. And if CR can take a positive out of this game, for the most part, has been special teams and kick returns.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
And Bobby Bowden, he said his success was spending time in practice on special teams every week. So the one time winningest coach, but Joe Paul got his wins back, so he's no longer. I think he got his wins back. Got his statue back and his wins, I believe.
Yeah, that's another subject.
Yeah,
talk about.
We'll just talk about high school football.
Yeah, I'm not political. I like to.
Yeah. First and 10. Let's not ruin high school football.
No, not at all. Let's go.
First and 10 for the Riders at their own 43-yard line.
So we have a running clock now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Exactly 35.
So it's 7 minutes right now in the fourth still.
And back to the wing tee. That's number 12, Saquon Daniels, and maybe about a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 for the Riders.
And that's actually Jalen Smith, the running back. We've been calling his name a lot today, too, on the tackle.
Couple two-way guys here for Coach Maul.
Even
Congo's playing free safety. He's
Doug Phillips, the guy who just caught the touchdowns out here.
First-year player.
Playing on the weak side linebacker here.
Oh, nice
pass.
Catch. And that's Wagenhofer.
And he's still on his feet with it. With a great. Now that's a nice play there.
That's about 30 yards.
Yep.
And as I said, you get Najir Whitted out there, and he turns his shoulders. He's hard to bring down. You better tackle him low.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely a load out there.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of St. George's. The Rider uniforms, other than the yellow helmets, got a little bit of that University of Delaware look.
I know.
Coach Schoenwolf was the punter on the national championship team. Joe Booth was on that team too, former Sussex Central player, former state senator.
Nice. I love all the in-state stuff. Why do you think that's why we started this thing?
That's right. And looks like a T-buck maybe offense. Got some guys spread there in the backfield.
End around.
Yeah, and he's going to cut it up. That's number 12, Saquon Daniels. He's going to pick up 2 on the play.
Well, it looks like there's a flag. False start.
The drive
I
stopper.
see.
That's going to make it a
well, like
first
you
and
said,
15.
it's a young team.
Right.
And again, even though they did have a really good first quarter and the first quarter there, it's tough to come up here after you were all hype about playing at home in front of your own crowd late at night, with the lights on, and having to come up here and do this. So.
4:50. We have the running clock going. 1st and 15 for the Riders.
Handoff.
Running east and west is number 10, Isaiah Washington.
Oh, he's got a lane.
Yes, he does. He's down.
Wow.
About to see where the referee puts it.
Yeah, that was a nice
10-yard line, so that's a gain of 22 on the play.
Looks like it's going to be right on the 10, so it's probably going to be 1st and goal unless they're going to say it's a little bit over and they're going to...
Nope, they're putting the...
1st and goal. Yeah.
So right at the 10. 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Here come the Riders. Maybe a little too late, but again, they're getting ready to start their Henlopen North run. Number 12 called in the backfield. Number 12, Saquon Daniels.
Wait, no, a late flag just flies out there.
It's usually personal foul, face mask.
Or holding.
Oh, that's a kind of a late hold.
Yeah, I think that play was over.
Right. I tweeted about it last night. I was standing in the rain, and I hate things like this to happen. Blowout game down at Milford, and Milford scores, and they're getting ready to go for the extra point, and right before the snap, out comes the flag for the leg game. I tweeted, blowout game. Flag on an extra point, really. Now I'm wetter.
Yeah, correct.
But overall they do a good job. They managed to get here.
They
get
do.
these games rolling.
It's been a well officiated game today, I can tell you that.
Snap!
Bad snap.
Through the hand.
Ball on it.
Wow.
Oh, it's still loose. Picked up. Oh, he fell on
That
it.
was our man number 66. He's already Brian Rush already.
Yeah, you already got one, man.
That's a loss of 21 on the play and a turnover for the Riders. And just when things are starting to go your way.
Yeah, they've had a couple of bad turnover events.
4 turnovers in this game.
And that's what's really inflated the score, to be honest with you.
What we got here? Now the ball's going back.
What's going on?
I don't know.
They're saying it's still Rider ball, first down.
Did I miss?
I'm not sure either.
So let's take away the minus 21.
Okay, yeah, take that away.
Replay of them. I don't know.
Clock's still running though.
Right.
2 minutes. We're under 2. Another end around.
End around with Isaiah Washington. He's got some room. Cuts it back. Big number 30, Tyrese Owens, runs him out of bounds. Gain of, we're going to call it 8 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and goal from the 12. Starting to see some big bodies in there. 32, Bailey Diatley's checked in. I'm not sure what position, if he's a tight end or... And this Wagenhofer, he's a big kid too, 6 foot 200.
Yeah, he is.
I think he may have had 1 foot off the scale that day. He looks a little bit bigger than 200. Hand off to number 7, Julius Tremont, nowhere to go. And that's the first year guy, number 85, Doug Phillips, impressive player.
Yeah, he's back in there.
And we have a timeout. Caesar Rodney.
1 minute, 4 seconds left. We have 1:04 left in this.
I think he wants to get a positive score here. A score to make it positive. That's minus 4 on the play. Minute 4 to go.
Yeah, and the first half hasn't been what the second half hasn't been what the first half was for CR. Actually, the end of the first half there, they started to turn the ball over. And that's what happens.
Starting to think player of the game here. Obviously going to be a Hawk. And
kind of like Shorts. I was thinking about that a couple minutes ago. I think I kind of like Shorts.
Yeah, he's
throwing for 2.
If we'd had a second half out of Benson, but Schwartz, he has played a...
Benson's off the table down there and walking around, so...
I think right now we got a minute 4 to think about it, but I think you're right. I think I'm going to kind of lean towards...
I think it's Shorts myself.
And we'll be talking, you can check it out online. We'll be talking to Coach J.D. Mall after the game, and we have a hold on short. Oh, in and out of the hand.
Oh, almost picked off, but it's going to be a hold, no doubt in that. On the scramble there, one of the defenders was holding.
Well, that's especially in high school football, that's a long time to hold a block.
Yes, yeah, correct. yeah. Well, and you know how it is. Most of the time, even on a broken play, it's tough.
So now we have I guess that's the original flag. Timeout.
Like another timeout. 29 seconds left.
That play, it opened up.
That was a nice play. Yeah, he just again, and just another mistake.
Wagenhofer, he's only a junior, I believe.
He's got talent. I can see it. I just don't think he has a lot of time.
Yeah, he played his freshman year at Polytech, transferred back to Caesar Rodney his sophomore year. Got a little bit of playing time last year, and he was their guy this year. And one thing I tell you about Caesar Rodney, being around the school and the program, is their quarterbacks, they earn their time. When you're the backup, and your time comes, you're the quarterback. And Coach Candelora kept that tradition going, and now Wagenhofer's going to get a couple years under his belt. So 28 seconds and running. Wagenhofer in the pistol. He's going to roll out left this time and hit out the line and intercept off.
by Phillips, I believe. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Big number
I wonder if
85.
he could hear us up here talking about shorts, you know. So that looks like the clock's going to run down. J.D. Moll's got his guys lined up. Your final score from St. George's. St. George's Hawks, 47. Caesar Rodney, 12. And I say we go player of the game, quarterback Robert Shorts.
Yeah, I do too, Ben. I think I was pretty impressed by his play today. You know, getting the touchdown there, running there for the 2-point, the passing. He did everything right. I mean, again, Benson, if Benson stays healthy that whole game, we're probably saying someone different, but I think player of the game for me definitely goes to Robert Shorts, the junior quarterback for St. George's.
So, Nick, you got to head to Tubby's house.
Yes, sir. Heading down to University of Delaware.
I'm going to head south and get some still photos of Sussex Central and Sussex Tech tonight. It was a pleasure to hook up and collaborate.
Finally.
We finally got on and got a little bit north and south action here on the field in the booth. And again, thanks for 302 Sports. It got me back in the booth. And we got next week, I'm going to be Sussex Central at Cape Henlopen, Autism Awareness Night. And hang around because, folks, when I get this equipment rolling, I'm going to be all over the place come wrestling season.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, you know, I will cover wrestling from beginning to end, and
good.
Talk to a couple ADs and coaches already about their events. So
awesome.
I think that's a wrap.
Yes, sir.
From the suburbs of Middletown, we'll call it St. George is your winner, 49-12. And for Nick Halliday, I'm Benny Mitchell, 302 Sports. Have a good afternoon.